Good evening. Carl Frampton has told Scott Quigg that the people of Belfast don't appreciate his team's arrogance. The two world champions squared up in front of a huge crowd in the city today ahead of their unification fight in Manchester. Tension was in the air as Carl Frampton and Scott Quigg came face to face for the final time before they'll meet again in February. It was day 3 of their press tour around the UK, and from a support point of view, Frampton has the bragging rights. In Manchester yesterday, approximately 150 fans turned up to support local Bury boxer Quigg. Today in Belfast, around 1,000 packed into the Europa Hotel to back Frampton.
It's going to frighten the life out of him. That's the truth. How's he going to feel standing on the ramp in Manchester about to walk to the ring and getting booed as a home fighter? I don't know how he's going to deal with it. I wouldn't like it at home. I don't know how Scott's going to deal with it. They talk about how dedicated Scott is, but he's not more dedicated than me, and that's a mistake if they think that. I train equally as hard as him. So what? He has 2 days off after a fight and goes and trains in the wild card. You need to have a life too. I have a couple of kids and a missus, but when it counts, I train equally as hard as him. I'm just a better all-round fighter.
What was he saying to you? It seemed to get a bit mouthy there when you had the face-off.
He just kept repeating himself. He says, well, they're not going to be with you in Manchester, and then he just repeated himself for, must have been standing there for 2 minutes. I'm going to knock you out, I'm going to knock you out. That was it.
Frampton had a jibe at Quigg during the press conference, his sign referring to the fact that Frampton fought for his world title, whereas Quigg was handed the WBA World Super title when Rigondeaux was stripped of his belt.
If that gives him a bit of confidence, I'm glad that it gives him a bit of confidence. With me, it doesn't matter. I'll be taking his IBF belt home. It isn't going to be predominantly Carl's fans on the night, believe me. My support that I have from Bury and Manchester will be as much as what are in there to support Carl. So even if there was 20,000 Irish in there, it isn't going to make one bit of difference. There's only me and him in that ring.
And you can watch that full press conference on our website at u.tv.
To boxing now, and the Carl Frampton-Scott Quigg roadshow rolled into Belfast today. They're due to meet in a Super-Bantamweight world title unification fight early next year. Over 1,000 people turned up at a news conference in a city centre hotel this afternoon. Carl Frampton holds the IBF belt, while his opponent Quigg from Bury holds the WBA title. The fight date's been set for Manchester at the end of February.